You walk into the room, you feel it immediately. Eyes dart. People shift uncomfortably. Conversations trail off. But nah, you haven't said a word. You don't need to. They already know. They know because your presence speaks louder than anything you could ever say. It's not the loudest person in the room who commands respect. It's not the flashiest dresser or the one with the biggest smile. No, it's you. You standing there saying nothing, yet everyone feels you. Let me tell you something. Power. It doesn't always announce itself. It doesn't come screaming through the door, throwing elbows and demanding attention. Real power walks in silently and changes the entire atmosphere. And that's you. You don't need to say a thing because your energy does all the talking. Yeah, they might have laughed at you before. They might have doubted you, said you wouldn't make it. They didn't think you had it in you. But what they didn't realize is that you've been working in the dark, grinding, growing, sharpening your mind, strengthening your resolve. They couldn't see it, but now they can feel it. And when you finally step into the light, oh, they'll feel it all right. Boom. It'll hit them like a tidal wave. The best part, you don't need to explain a damn thing. You don't need to tell them where you've been or what you've done. You just walk in. And that alone is enough. That's the kind of presence we're talking about. Nah, this ain't about being cocky. This ain't about ego. This is about knowing your worth, knowing your power, and understanding that true strength doesn't need to scream. True strength is silent. It's that unshakable confidence. The kind that makes people take a step back without even knowing why. People fear what they can't predict, what they can't understand, what they can't control. And you're unpredictable. You're a mystery. That's why they fear you. Because they don't know what you're going to do next. They can't figure you out. Yeah, you've been knocked down before. Life has thrown its punches. Hard. But guess what? You took the hits. You took every single one and got back up. Every scar? It's a badge. Every failure? A lesson? Every time they thought you were done, you were just getting started. And now, when you walk into a room, all of that, every battle, every setback, every victory walks in with you. It's in your stride, in the way you carry yourself. You're like a storm on the horizon. Quiet, but you know it's coming. They know it's coming. The air gets thick, people start to fidget, but they don't know why. Oh, but you do. Your silence. It's not just the absence of sound, it's a presence, a force, They can't ignore it, can't brush it off. It hangs in the air, demanding respect without you ever saying a word. It's that calm before the storm, that tension that builds just before the thunder hits. And when it does, when the storm finally breaks, there's no stopping it. You walk like you've already won because you have. You've won battles no one saw, fought demons no one knew about. And now you carry the weight of all that strength with you. And that's what they feel. That's why they're afraid. Not of what you say, not of what you do, but of what you could do. Of what you've already survived. Nah, this ain't about showing off. It's not about trying to prove yourself. You don't need to do that. You've already proved yourself to you. And that's all that matters. Let them second guess themselves. Let them wonder. Let them feel uncomfortable. Because every time you step into that room, you bring something they can't touch. Something they can't even understand. They'll try to figure you out. They'll try to push you, try to make you crack. But nah, they won't succeed. Because you've been through worse. Way worse. You've been through the fire and now you walk like it. Composed. Composed. Unshaken. That's the most terrifying thing about you, the fact that you don't react. You don't need to raise your voice to make yourself heard. You don't need to puff out your chest to be seen. Just being there, that's enough. Your presence alone is a statement, a challenge. Go ahead, try me, see what happens, but deep down they know not to test you. Because they felt it. That power, that quiet confidence, that strength that doesn't need to boast. And let me tell you something, that's what makes you untouchable. They can't take away what they can't even grasp. They can't destroy what they can't see coming. And you're a shadow, a force, moving silently. But when you strike, it's over before they even realize what hit them. Yeah. There will always be people who try to push you. People who'll doubt you. But every time they do, you just get stronger. Every time they think they've got you figured out, you evolve, you adapt, you grow. And they hate that. They hate that they can't box you in. They can't label you. They can't control you. Nah, let them try. Let them talk. Let them guess. But you're playing a different game. A higher game. While they're making noise, you're making moves. And when you finally decide to speak, when you finally decide to show them what you're made of, it's already too late for them. Because by then, your presence has already done the talking. You don't need validation. You don't need applause. You don't need to shout your achievements from the rooftops. Your silence speaks for you. And every time you enter a room, that silence says, I am here. And I don't need to prove a damn thing. So walk tall. Walk like you've already won. Because you have. You've been through the fire. And now you're stronger than ever. Let them fear what they don't understand. Let them feel the weight of your presence. And remember this. The most powerful person in the room is the one who doesn't need to speak to be heard.